Hi guys, welcome to my video on my YouTube channel. Today we're just going to play the game again, see where it's at, and I will talk a little about how it all works and some of the new features I have added. So let's get going, let's have some fun. Skill point. Yeah, I would have preferred some kind of weapon, but we'll see how it goes. So the first thing you'll see here is the portal door. These are new doors. I just call them portal doors to distinguish them from the old doors. And all these are taking me back to the previous level. So I can go between levels here. But it also means that everything is spawning again from the start. The levels doesn't really save the state they are in, so it is kind of already a problem. It just means I can go into a shop multiple times, and every time I go into the shop, 4 new items will spawn, so I can just keep going back and forth until the item I want is spawning. So that's not so cool. So I think one of the solutions would be to keep the shop in these levels somewhere out where you don't see them, and then when you go into a shop door you will get teleported to the shop and then teleported back again. That way the shop won't respawn all the items again. But yeah, again, I don't know how to do that. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I think Unreal wants you to build the levels inside the levels. Right now I'm building everything in blueprints, so this whole room is just one big blueprint with all these meshes in them, and spawning blueprints. I have like this chest. The chest is a blueprint which is spawning inside the room blueprint which I have in the level. I mean, it's probably not the way to do it, but and that's why I think something like a persistent level, I don't think it will work in my case. I'm not sure, but again, I'm not sure how it works to begin with. So I mean, as you can hear, I'm not sure what's going on at all. I'm just a guy following tutorials and stitching things together from that. All right, let's get an armor.
All right.
All right, I can buy something. I don't want to buy anything yet. I think I need a shield or a glove. Or here we have an exploding barrel, which is something I think all games need. Nice blocking. Yeah, you see that was a badass slow motion. I mean, sometimes when the slow motions are kicking in at just the right time, it just feels, just makes you feel super badass. So lightning glove, that's what I wanted. Let's go back and upgrade it. I want to upgrade the lightning strike, this one. So I get 2 lightning strikes. That's what I want. And these bridges, I mean, this bridge contains of a lot of different meshes that I'm putting together in this room. And then I have a longer bridge over here, which it's just another bridge I put together with the same measures. I mean, what I'm trying to say here is I need to find a way so I don't have to place all these measures every time I need to build a bridge. So I'm thinking about making some kind of bridge blueprint where I can kind of set the length of it, or just make different bridges I can plug in. I don't know. I need to make things easier for me. These exploding barrel explosions are using the new Niagara system. I have started making new particle effects using Niagara, and that's why this ring, this ground pound blue ring effect looks a bit odd, because I have changed the material to work with the new Niagara effects, which means that some of the old effects are looking a bit off because I haven't tweaked them yet. It's all part of the process. See, 5 slime killed, which takes me to this screen. Not sure why there's a mouse here, but I mean, yeah. So I started following a tutorial on YouTube where this dude was creating this whole menu system. So I just started on that, and the reason I started on this was because I wanted to make this skills menu where I put in all the abilities from the gloves and from the shields and everything, and then you can spend your skill points in here upgrading the abilities you want, just like a skill tree in Diablo, for example. And that just took me to this tutorial where he started making the character stats. So I just followed the tutorial and I got these stats of my own, which I hooked up to different stats on the character. For example, whenever he reaches an enemy kill gold, he will gain a level and he will also gain a stat point. So for example, if I put 1 point into strength, that means that all my melee attacks will do 1 more damage. The same for the magic. If I put a point in the magic, all my magic abilities will do 1 extra damage. And for defense, it goes to the shield abilities. They will do more damage. And Gorm will also gain 1 in defense, which will be subtracted from the damage he receives. Gorm also has an armor rating for the armors, which also subtract numbers from the incoming damage. So yeah, it's getting a little confusing sometimes now, and I'm having a hard time kind of keeping control of what's happening. Like for example, if I put points into the magic, the damage will increase on the gravestone ability, but also if I upgrade the gravestone ability, that will also increase the damage done by it. And sometimes I'm not even sure what's going on, then I have to go into the blueprint and check what's actually happening here. For example, the firewall. If I upgrade the firewall right now, I'm not really sure if it increases the lifetime of the firewall or the damage of the firewall, or what actually happens when I upgrade. I have no way of telling that unless I go into the blueprint and look, which is why I also need this ability menu. I can click on an ability and read about it. How long time does it last? How much damage does it do? And the radius and all these things that you need to figure out what's going on. And mostly I need it for myself, so I can, so I know what I'm doing here. So I don't have to look through a bunch of blueprints, because sometimes I don't remember in which blueprint I have the code in. So yeah, as you can hear, it's it's sometimes super confusing for myself to figure out what's going on. But just smile and wave, right? And also I can't play and talk at the same time. That was some pretty cool blocking. So yeah, I need to stop playing when I have to explain stuff. That's just how my brain works. It's not optimal, but I don't know. Also, these I'm jumping up these platforms, and that gets a little tiresome sometimes. So I have built an elevator. We'll see that later. Did I even put any points in? No. Also, this menu right now, the buttons doesn't work. I need to go to skills and then back again. Then the button works, and I don't know why. I mean, I followed the tutorial, done exactly what he did. In the video it works. In my game it doesn't. There must be some kind of check mark somewhere that I have missed. I don't know. Let's put something in magic so we get more magic damage. See, awesome slow motion. 5 right man kills. That means a new level, a new stat point. Yeah, I need to go to skills. Let's put some more into magic, because we have a glove. And this is the elevator prototype. See, yeah. Yeah, of course, the elevator comes with a shit ton of other problems. For example, the enemies can't see the elevator. So when enemies are standing right here, they just see a hole down, and they have no idea that they can just walk over. Because the elevator is not part of the nav mesh when that is getting built. If the elevator was part of the nav mesh, then if the elevator was down, then the enemies could just walk in the air, because the nav mesh has been built with the elevator up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I really don't like nav mesh. There must be a different way of making enemies move. And also I feel like I have to build a nav mesh all the time. I don't know why. Every time I change just anything that has nothing to do with the level, then I have to build nav mesh again. So yeah, I don't like nav mesh.
Oh yeah.
10 slime killed. It should say 10 slimes killed, but I mean, who cares, right? It's Christmas. So let's put some points into strength. So now all my melee attacks are doing more damage.
All right.
15 slimes killed. So I'm already level 4. That it's another problem. Right now I'm gaining levels every time I reach the enemy kill gold, which is fairly often. So I'm increasing in levels really quickly here and getting a lot of stat points and upgrading the character super fast, which is not really what I want. But I mean, this level is a very compressed level, so everything is happening more often than it will in the end game, right? I need that for testing purposes, but at some point you're getting too powerful, and then it's not really fun. The game becomes too easy, and it's kind of, yeah, it's not fun. So there's a lot of balancing I need to do. Of course, you're not supposed to gain level every time you kill 5 enemies. That's ridiculous, but I need to find a way to get these stat points in. Maybe you find them in chests, maybe you find them when you defeat bosses or really tough enemies, so you don't get them all the time. Maybe you can only use them when you're in the town. Maybe you can buy them at a stats shop. I don't know. I need to figure that out. Yeah, that was a waste of exploding barrel.
All right.
Nice blocking. I don't know, I just like when the enemies are blocking. It makes them feel smart in some way. Even though it's just happen completely random. The enemies are just choosing if he wants to attack or if he wants to block. Or if he wants to jump backwards. It's completely random what he chooses, but sometimes he chooses the blocking at the right time and it just feels great. So let's get a skill point. Let's get a healing potion. Let's get the shield. So we can see some of the new Niagara effects. So whenever the shield hits something, it's using the new Niagara effect. Let's get this furry armor, which looks a little more like feather armor, but yeah, I don't really like it, but yeah, the enemies can hit each other. Yeah, so the rats just killed the slime. It can create some pretty cool scenarios where rats are getting stuck in the lightning slime attack, which just kills them super fast because it does 8 damage. But you need to kind of lure the enemies together for them to hit each other, which can be pretty risky. But also slime enemies can't hit slime enemies and rats can't hit rats. It's so enemies of the same species can't hit each other. Yeah, smart one. It's a tough little one. 20 slime killed. You see, I'm getting these stat points super fast. So let's get something into defense so we don't die during this playthrough. So right now when an enemy hits me, it will subtract 2 from the damage I'm receiving and plus the 4 armor rating from the armor, which will also be subtracted. So that adds up to 6 points. So when an enemy hits me, it will subtract 6 points from the damage, which is insane. Even though it's very small numbers, it has a really big effect. Again, I have played this level hundreds of times now, so it's getting a little, I would not say boring because the combat is still really fun, but it's just the same level over and over again. Let's buy a heart again so we don't die. It's the same level over and over again, and one of the rooms are not even done, and this room is done in the old art style, so I need to redo this room with the new art style so everything fits better together. But I mean, it's never really getting boring to play because the combat is so I don't know what you call it, unpredictable, fun. These abilities are making it fun to play, I think.
Oh yeah.
Let's upgrade magic. Which was a really idiotic choice because I don't have any magic abilities right now. So yeah, that was really smart. Closed. See, slow motion at the right time. It's just great. It's just super great. Skill point. But see, that's another problem. I had the lightning glove at some point, but I switched it out for the shield. So I need some kind of inventory so I can switch back to the lightning glove if I want.
Oh yeah.
Let's get the key. In this room I have added reverb, like echo, because it's a bigger room, so that makes totally sense to me. Yeah, so right now there are 2 boss encounters, and it's random which one will show up when you get into the boss room. So let's take the bone glove, now that I have put some points into magic, which means that Mr. Bones will do 4 extra damage with his sword. He will also do extra damage when he explodes, I think. I'm not really sure, that's what I mean. I'm not sure what's going on here. But the gravestone explosion will also do 4 more damage. And that I'm sure. So this is the Slime King. He spawns 6 lightning slimes, which is pretty nuts.
All right.
So yeah, when the Slime King dies, well, whenever a boss dies, he drops always a skill point and always a key. and then he drops a random item, which in this case was a healing potion, which is pretty anticlimactic to get from a boss. So I need to remove that from the loot table, so I can get some more interesting things from the boss characters. But yeah, this is basically the game loop. When you defeat the boss, you go back to the town here, and then you spend some resources on upgrading different houses, like the blacksmith or the sorcerer hut, and then you can I don't know, buy new stuff, buy new gear, buy new abilities. I'm not really sure what I want to do with the town, but something like they do in Rogue Legacy, where you kind of upgrade your character with the town. And then you get a new mission from the blacksmith, for example, and then you go down to a new random dungeon. It could be a spider cave with a spider queen, or it could be something else. It should be different every time, so you would want to play the same level over and over, because it's very different every time. So yeah, that's the whole idea. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, even though I didn't have a lot new stuff to show. Most of it is behind the scenes and cleaning up, and I will continue to do a lot of cleaning up in the blueprints, because it's a complete mess. If you go into the Gorm's blueprint, it's just one big spaghetti bundle. I have cleaned a lot up in the rat blueprint, and I want to do the same with the Gorm blueprint. But yeah, it's Christmas, so who cares, right? Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.
Do you? Oh.